Liberty Island, located in New York Harbor but geographically closer to New Jersey, is renowned as the home of the Statue of Liberty. This iconic statue, a gift from France, was dedicated in 1886 and stands as a symbol of freedom and democracy. Originally named Bedloe's Island after an early Dutch settler, it was officially renamed Liberty Island in 1956 to honor its most famous resident, accessible to the public via ferries from Battery Park in Manhattan or Liberty State Park in New Jersey. Liberty Island offers visitors the chance to explore its grounds and visit the museum located inside the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty. For those with reservations, climbing up to the crown of the statue provides a breathtaking view of New York Harbor. Beyond its historical significance, Liberty Island has become a cultural icon featured in numerous films, TV shows, and literature. Ellis Island is an important piece of not just United States history, but world history as well. Though Ellis Island is viewed as a piece of New York history, the waters it sits in actually belong to New Jersey. In fact, Ellis Island is quite close to New Jersey. Ellis Island is named after a New Yorker called Samuel Ellis. He owned the island in the 1770s, but it was eventually purchased by New York. This island provided a new beginning for immigrants who crossed the ocean. From its opening in 1892 until 1954, when Ellis Island shut down operations, it processed about 12 million immigrants from steamer ships that came to New York City. Plenty of people make a stop at Ellis Island these days, whether it's to see where their ancestors once walked or to experience a piece of American history. Roughly 3 million people come to Ellis Island each year to visit. It acts as a tourist destination for visitors from all over the world. Governor's Island, nestled in New York Harbor, is a historic gem. Only 800 yards from Lower Manhattan and even closer to Brooklyn, it's a separate world from the hustle and bustle of city life, spanning just 172 acres. This island has served various purposes over the centuries, from military outpost to public park. Originally home to Native American tribes, Governor's Island later became a key strategic location for the Dutch and British during their colonial rule. It was formally named in honor of the colonial governors who once oversaw the region. Today, Governor's Island is primarily a recreational destination. Accessible by ferry from Manhattan and Brooklyn during the summer months, it offers stunning views of the Statue of Liberty and the Manhattan skyline. The island boasts historic architecture, including forts and officer housing, alongside expansive green spaces and bike paths. Belmont Island, also known as Eufandt Island, is a small artificial island located in the East River of New York City. It sits between Manhattan and Queens, near the United Nations headquarters. The island is named after Eufandt, a Burmese diplomat who served as the third Secretary General of the United Nations from 1961 to 1971. The island is notable for its unique history and purpose. It was originally constructed in the early 20th century as part of a project to improve the navigability of the East River. The island's location near the United Nations makes it a symbolically significant site in international diplomacy. While the island itself is not publicly accessible due to its small size and restricted nature, it remains a distinctive feature of the New York City skyline, particularly notable when viewed from the nearby FDR Drive or from Roosevelt Island. Roosevelt Island, located in the East River between Manhattan and Queens, is a unique and diverse neighborhood in New York City. Accessible by the Roosevelt Island Tramway, subway, or the Roosevelt Island Bridge, it offers a peaceful and residential retreat from the bustling city. Originally known as Welfare Island, it was renamed Roosevelt Island in 1971 in honor of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The island has a rich history, having served various purposes over the centuries, including as farmland, a hospital campus, and a prison. Today, Roosevelt Island is primarily a residential community with a mix of apartment buildings, parks, and cultural attractions. It is home to landmarks such as the Renwick Smallpox Hospital ruins and the futuristic Cornell Tech campus. Visitors and residents enjoy the scenic promenade along the waterfront, peaceful gardens, and stunning views of the Manhattan skyline. Randall's and Ward's Islands are two contiguous islands located in the East River of New York City, between Manhattan, Queens, and the Bronx, originally separate. They were connected in the 1960s by landfill, creating a single island complex. Randall's Island is known for its extensive recreational facilities, including sports fields, a golf center, tennis courts, and a stadium used for events and concerts. It also hosts cultural events like music festivals and art exhibitions. Ward's Island is predominantly residential, with facilities such as a psychiatric hospital, a nursing home, and a homeless shelter. The island is also home to the Ward's Island Park, offering green spaces and walking paths. Together, Randall's and Ward's Islands provide a mix of recreational, residential, and institutional spaces, offering a unique perspective of New York City's urban landscape. Rikers Island, located in the East River between the Bronx and Queens in New York City, is infamous for housing one of the largest correctional facilities in the world. It has been a correctional complex since the early 20th century, primarily serving as a jail for detainees awaiting trial or serving short-term sentences. The island is named after Abraham Ricken, who owned the land in the 17th century. Rikers Island is operated by the New York City Department of Correction and consists of 10 jails with a capacity for thousands of inmates. Over the years, it has faced criticism for its harsh conditions and allegations of abuse, prompting ongoing calls for its reform or closure. In recent years, there have been efforts to reduce the inmate population and eventually close Rikers Island, citing its isolation from legal resources and the city's mainland. City Island is a quaint maritime community located in the Bronx, New York City, known for its small-town atmosphere and nautical charm. Situated on the western end of Long Island Sound, it is connected to the Bronx mainland by a single bridge. Originally settled in the 17th century, City Island developed as a fishing village and later became known for shipbuilding. Today, City Island maintains its maritime heritage with boatyards, marinas, and seafood restaurants lining its shores. The island is a popular destination for visitors seeking fresh seafood, scenic waterfront views, and a glimpse into its maritime history. Its streets are lined with Victorian-style homes, seafood markets, and shops selling nautical decor. City Island also hosts events such as the annual City Island Arts and Crafts Fair and the Blessing of the Fleet, celebrating its seafaring traditions and community spirit.